Hello, my dear friends, to these soothing sounds here in the latest episode of Peru Plays Live from the most beautiful island in the world, Cyprus. I am Peru. Absolutely, today we are going to embark on an entirely different adventure. We are engaging in LEGO Bricktales for the very first time. It somewhat captured my attention. Why is it one of the few LEGO games where you are genuinely expected to be imaginative and need to be? The majority of LEGO games are merely merchandise products derived from various films or television series. You just do the usual stuff you always do in LEGO games. You collect some coins or LEGO bricks and then they auto-assemble. Here we have to do everything ourselves. We have to take the building blocks like in the good old days, build something, and be creative, which I think is a great idea. And by the way, I also had the concept not to create a spin-off or an entirely new channel, but rather to introduce an innovative segment, specifically Peru Play Analog. That means we are not playing a computer game, but rather we are playing or building, for example, with Malego or construction blocks, which is a topic I have always found interesting, ever since my childhood. Occasionally, I find myself watching the Held der Stein, and it occurred to me, why not attempt something akin to that once again, and invest the time in a more creatively fulfilling manner. Indeed, we shall initially delve into Bricktales at this point. Let's observe how it all unfolds, and I am genuinely enthusiastic. Have fun! If you enjoy it, give a thumbs up, ring the bell, and subscribe. Thanks! So, we have received a letter, a rare and valuable treasure. What does it say? Dearest grandchild, I sincerely hope you are doing well. I have made an extraordinary, groundbreaking discovery that I would very much like to show you. Could you possibly also lend me a hand with one or two things? It's about something truly incredible. Come to the amusement park and take the elevator down to the lab. I'll be waiting for you there. So, observe, this already appears quite nice here. I truly adore the graphics. You can genuinely perceive each individual stone here, and I believe it's absolutely beautiful. Yes, as I said, this analog idea has been on my mind for a long time. I'll wander around a bit so you can see a little of what's here, and I would like to implement it this year, or at least by the end of the year. I aim to implement it by the conclusion of the year, and I sincerely hope you'll participate a little, be on board with us. It is something distinctly different. Indeed, it is somewhat similar to resetting everything entirely back to zero, a kind of detoxification from the conventional standard games. Yes, and that is indeed the intended plan. Here we can practice a bit, at least regarding the building blocks, so where should I head now? Go through this entrance as there seems to be no other way. There doesn't seem to be an exit. Alright, let's go in. This is my lab. Who is present there? It's you. How absolutely wonderful. I truly didn't anticipate your arrival so early. I wanted to demonstrate something to you, specifically my astonishing world shaker. Certainly, and quite naturally, an unanticipated event must transpire, something unforeseen, it appears. Oh, that was a bit overly literal, but everything is absolutely fine. Well, I was simply in the process of connecting the wiring for my most recent invention, and then what you just witnessed is what we call in my field a swift, unplanned disassembly. That's a nice expression. I should remember that, right? Like the layman, when there's too much juice, it makes a big bang. I think it doesn't sound as good in translation as it does in the original. Oh, no worries. Now, I'm not only stranded up here, but the entire power supply is also completely out. Yes, that's definitely quite suboptimal. That implies we need to get the primary generator operational again, but initially we have to activate the emergency generator. Certainly, we shall achieve that as well, I genuinely hope. It's situated down there. Kindly be so generous and activate it for your grandfather. Indeed, we are that thoughtful, aren't we? So, let's take a look. I find them to be genuinely adorable and quite lovingly crafted. This LEGO universe doesn't exactly possess that humorous appearance from the games, does it? I mean, there's absolutely everything here, like Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, and so forth, correct? So, let's take a quick look. We need to use something here. This flange, what is it? I should have replaced this old thing years ago. The power cables are always coming loose. Good, now flip the switch and there it lights up. So far so simple. Let there be electricity flowing through, or perhaps not at all. I don't think so. Oh, take a glance at who we have right here. That is Rusty, the truly exceptional one. I can't believe it. I'm back. The electromagnetic interference must have brought me back here. Oh, hello, I can't pronounce it. Can I help you? What? Absolutely not. I am not a genie, and you do not possess 3 wishes. My grandfather meticulously constructed me many years ago. He always called me Rusty, but on my travels through time and space, I met new friends and they gave me the name. I have absolutely no idea, as you're lacking the essential frequency synthesis modules needed to articulate it accurately. It resembles something like blood leap. That's nice, but you can simply call me Rusty. That's really comforting. Rusty, I thought I had lost you somewhere years ago. I actually became somewhat lost after you launched me into space as an interstellar probe back then. However, I encountered some truly wonderful experiences and now I have returned. I find certain dialogues to be quite adorable. It's unfortunate that they weren't voiced. It's a bit of a disappointment. That's great, but back to you, my grandchild. Well done. The light is back on. The way you can solve problems, we must be related. Yes, if his grandchild is very witty. All right, we are related. You're really sharp. Yeah, kind of like a slightly absent-minded professor, right? Oh, grandfather seems to be stuck up there. Let's assist him. Come on, naturally. We'll provide help. That's precisely what we're here for, to discover a solution. So, let's examine the situation. What do we need to do now? It appears that we must ascend to this elevated level. Relaxation. Certainly we're ascending smoothly. Indeed, naturally, Logo. Hold on, you are unable to do that. Now I know this is the perfect opportunity to show you something cool that I can do. Well, I'm excited. I will introduce you to the secrets of building, and first we'll make you a staircase. Great, we surely need that too, but not this. Is there a course available? I find it very helpful. Learn the ways of handling building blocks. Okay, let's check it out. Ah, here we have the classic old-style building blocks as we know them and love them. So now the simplest exercise. Put Einstein on the other one. Okay, I think we can still manage that. Put it on top. Alright, excellent. We have successfully completed this particular task. Completion achieved, alright? So, but there it is. Oh, now we are building first. Okay, repair the stairs. Okay, so there we see our stairs as a model. These are our building blocks that we have for it. Of course, everything is already planned here, and this is just an example for now. It's still easy. Oh, Rusty, you now possess the extensive understanding necessary to construct various things which you were completely unable to achieve when I initially created you. Indeed, Grandpa was truly astonished. So, at this point we observe that our staircase has been completed. We are able to ascend and proceed further. I suspect that 2121 gigawatts might have been excessively too much. It looks like some fuses blew in the generator. Please replace them. Assemble the spare fuse if there aren't enough available. Alright, then let's proceed with the learning process. Oh, and by the way, the manner in which stones are rotated holds significant importance. Certainly, kindly select the construction block. Let's continue with the X button. So, I currently possess a PlayStation controller since it functions properly, and on the Xbox controller it's the X button, naturally. Here we have the capability to rotate it 180 degrees or even a full 360 degrees as necessary. And at this moment, we position it precisely wherever it indicates to us. That ought to fit perfectly. Precisely now we elevate it, rotate it, and position it right here. There you have it. Well, at this moment, we have our initial task where we are required to rotate the building blocks. I believe it's beneficial that they execute it incrementally here. It's undoubtedly child-friendly, yet I'm a grown-up kid myself. So let's take a look. We need to rebuild this fuse. That means we have the blue platform at the bottom, then these two come here, and then the thing goes on top again. Alright, then let's rotate it once. This is our foundational plate right here. Next we have this particular piece. We need to rotate it in advance. The component must be oriented forward. Indeed. Once more we continue with the identical procedure here, and then make sure not to neglect securely fastening the lid on. Snap, and voila. Just as a single egg is comparable to another, truly exquisite indeed. What are we learning here? Rotate the camera, okay. So the left shoulder button and the right shoulder button to skillfully maneuver the camera, locate the building block. That was a relatively straightforward exercise. Now, we carefully rotate it this way as we learned. At this point, we need to skillfully find the other building block, but it's currently rotating. Alright, at this point, we can already proceed to place the second stone in this location. Excellent, everything is progressing smoothly and efficiently, just like clockwork on the opposite side. It's not a significant issue, so let's see what we have here. Here is yet another opportunity to acquire knowledge about effectively utilizing the building block palette. Alright, please proceed to meticulously remove each and every stone situated within the dashed lines. Okay, these are the ones here. Alright. The palette indicates that they are arranged in a stacked manner, so we can observe here now that 3 instances of the 2x4 stones and 2 instances of the X stones are stacked, allowing us to see the quantity of stones we possess for each type. Alright, so now that everything is meticulously organized, we can focus on building. Construct a compact tower. Indeed, build as instructed by the translucent stones, even though the translucent stones aren't especially visible at this moment. From the side perspective, it operates more effectively, so now let's proceed by taking the X stones, which serve as the foundational base. Oh, I accidentally clicked the incorrect option here, my apologies. This implies that we possess an exceedingly straightforward tower here, exceptionally straightforward, consisting of 3 sizable stones and 2 smaller ones stacked atop each other. However, this is merely for us to understand how the entire mechanism functions. I find the instructions to be quite adorable and also exceptionally suitable for children naturally. So now let us proceed to the more serious task of construction. Replace the fuses that have blown. Yes, we will probably have to combine everything here. So in this instance we possess a fuse and we shall rotate it one time. Subsequently we have the second fuse. The process of rotation is presently underway. So then we proceed to take the final one in the entire group. This particular one also receives a tad too much enthusiasm at this point. So that ought to fit, let there be illumination, but he doesn't manage the switch very effectively. Now, repair the pipelines to get the hydraulic systems functioning once more. One construction site follows another. Alright. What's next on our agenda? We're diving into understanding module validity and the simulation process again. Sounds a bit odd now. Alright, let's check it out. When constructing intricate structures, it is essential to adhere to specific guidelines. Building blocks that have been firmly established and are unchangeable, such as these 2 plates, function as foundational anchor stones. Rule 1. Building blocks are required to be connected to a foundational anchor. Otherwise, they are considered invalid. A red outline indicates that every green block which is outlined does not rest upon the red base block. Do you see the 2x2 and the 2x4 building blocks? They are not connected to the plates on the ground. Therefore, they are invalid and, as mentioned, outlined in red, which we can see here quite clearly. Therefore, position the X block beneath the other X block. This arrangement is logical because it ensures that everything is interconnected, thereby making this connection valid. Bam! You observe at this moment the blocks are absolutely valid. Specifically, rule number 2 indicates that blocks must be entirely within the dashed boundaries. Indeed, that is quite comprehensible. See the 2x2 block over there? It's sticking out a bit from the designated area. Certainly, we shall modify that and position it precisely in the designated location. Excellent. Now, here arrives the subsequent remarkable aspect. What? Allow the weight to descend to the ground rather than on the ground, ensuring that nothing disassembles. Please wait for a moment. So, when I press Y now, the stability of the construction will be tested. Since we don't have any support on the other side, I can roughly predict what will happen. Honestly, naturally, it doesn't hold up, that's quite clear. I have an intuition about what we ought to do next, which is to construct the second half of this bridge, so to speak. So, press the B button to return to the building mode. Yes, precisely. And now we essentially perform the same action here once more. Keep in mind that construction blocks cannot simply hover in the air. It's evident that they must be interconnected. Yes, alright, I believe I comprehend. Alright, so we have previously established one connection, and now we position the second X directly underneath in this location. Hello? Underneath, if you would, please. Hello? No, that is not exactly how I had envisioned it. Oh, I can still go up and down here. Wait a moment. Alright, that's beneficial to be aware of. So at this juncture, we shall initiate the simulation once more, and observe it continues to remain illuminated. Therefore, the task has been incorporated as well. Construct a pathway to the opposite side. Alright, it won't get more complicated now, but it's already at the next level. Transport the experimental robot to the designated target. It is crucial that nothing disassembles. That's what I believed. Thus, we possess 4 times the double. We possess 4 of the 2 units. Additionally, we have 4 of the 23 units. Okay, let's see how we can manage this situation well. Therefore, let us take the larger plates right at the very beginning. Indeed, this continues to be engaging with LEGO in the manner we are traditionally accustomed to, truly constructing. And there genuinely is not a LEGO game where you actively engage in construction activities. Well, at this particular moment, I believe there are 2 or 3, but I think this was probably the first truly practical one. I've already come up with something. I'm confident that should work well too, since the amount of stones here is ideal. Hi, can you lift the stones a bit more? Thanks. At this particular moment, I would strategically position this 2x2 piece in a downward direction to reinforce it, ensuring that it maintains stability. Let's take a closer look at it. Yes, you can clearly observe it down there. We are unable to completely get underneath it, but you can observe that it is extending downward, providing reinforcement to the 2 or possibly 4 upper plates, thereby connecting them. Additionally, I possess another one as well. Please hold on for a brief moment, as I indeed possess those pieces in duplicate. Therefore, let's utilize them 2 additional times. Just wait for a moment, and then we will take that particular piece over there and position it directly in front. Please hold on for a brief moment, just like this, one extending downward. Precisely then the entire line is interconnected at this point. We possess additional ones. Stop. Now I know what he wants. Let's rotate this around so that it becomes somewhat easier for us to maneuver it. We will simply reinforce it from the underside here. Certainly, you have the opportunity to do that as well. My initial concept was indeed to connect the plates at the interface, but I believe he envisioned it in this particular manner. Let's have the testing robot maneuver over to this location. Oh, the stone hasn't been placed yet. What's going on here? Hello, could you kindly place the stone in the specified position? Certainly, so now exactly in this way, in a delightful and pleasant manner. Certainly, Robbie gracefully rolls over. Is everything satisfactory for you? Absolutely adorable. I think that's a sensible thing to do before building here for nothing. So, there's also our own created creation. Very nice. Learn how building blocks can be moved up and down. Yes, we've already seen a little bit of that. So with the arrow keys, you can definitely move them up and down here. Select the building block. Alright, so indeed we have already achieved that, but it consistently moves in full steps to the next platform. You see it either above or below. Alright, now we have achieved it once again. Pull it downward. Alright. Select the stone and hold down the left shoulder button, then press the directional button. Alright, then it moves incrementally, step by step. Wait a moment. Oh, I see, I didn't select. Look, now it goes step by step. Otherwise, it always goes from platform to platform or from stone to stone. Here you can really do, yes, the precise work. Precisely at this specific moment in time, we ought to position it exactly right here. No, it ought to be positioned 1 level higher, that's the way it is. Correct? How does he prefer it now? How does he prefer it now? Just like this, correct? That's precisely what I mean. Nice. Alright, insert the rollers, and then we shall proceed accordingly. Let's take a more comprehensive examination. It should not be exceedingly challenging now. After all the knowledge we have obtained, this is the critical moment. No, I am thoroughly convinced that there is a distortion present in my lens. Please hold on for a brief moment. Oops. So now it makes sense. Therefore, subsequently, we have the following items in this particular location. Please hold on for a brief moment as I am endeavoring to obtain a clearer perspective. So, kindly wait for a moment as it is indeed the most effective method to ascertain if it fits appropriately. Position it directly on top, as this way you will have it precisely at the appropriate height it is supposed to be. You hear, for example. Let's go a bit further here. Therefore, proceed further downward. Bam. Well done. Now proceed to activate the hydraulic mechanism once more. Alright, completely back and initiate the operation. Yes, that's obviously great. We have a support, but no bridge. I have a feeling I know what's coming. We are nearly there. We could potentially construct something to bridge the gap. And guess who is the one who needs to accomplish it? Indeed, it is certainly not simple. Ah, it extends further down there. Alright, construct a passageway to reach the platform at the Opera House. Alright, let's examine this more closely. So here we undoubtedly possess something to provide adequate support. We will simply utilize this particular item here as a foundational template, so to speak, and we possess 6 plates, each measuring 3 by 3. Alright, let's carry out a more thorough examination of this. Let's proceed. Therefore, one more additional level higher. Please wait a moment. I would prefer to have it positioned a little bit higher up in this area. Yes, precisely, so that it can rest comfortably there. Now, let's move forward by building from the opposite direction so that I can thoroughly inspect what extra components we have at our disposal here. Consequently, we possess 2 additional plates, which implies, hold on for a second, we have this particular one and that specific one. I am convinced that it appears to be quite satisfactory and has indeed successfully passed the robotic examination without encountering any significant issues. Nice. I keep consistently encountering these stairs in this particular location. Alright, I would confidently declare that I am completely finished now. Rusty, it's really you. Where have you been all this time? Oh no, what happened to your arms? Your extensive journeys through space and time have truly taken a significant toll on you. Now please don't exaggerate, so grandfather, I have been significantly upgraded. When you sent me off to explore the universe, I got caught in a hyperdimensional... What? Hyperdimensional fold? What am I reading here? That was quite a fright. Later, I met some very kind aliens who fixed me and invited me on their journeys across the multiverse to help others. That's quite nice. They exchanged my multifunctional arms for a 0-point gravity particle generator. I don't comprehend a single thing. Certainly indeed, the old 3-point graph, a practicality generator, it's rather straightforward technology for inventors such as myself. No worries. It's wonderful that both of you are present here. Come along now so I can demonstrate my invention to you. Alright, I'm intrigued. So, we are back in the park. You are aware I was conducting experiments and made the revolutionary discovery of how to generate portals. It required years of effort, but I believe we have it functioning now. Isn't that incredible? Astonishingly neglected when I observe the surroundings here. Regrettably, I can only agree with his perspective. As for the park, well, it could be stated that the condition is quite desolate. Oh my goodness gracious, oh my goodness gracious. The mayor has been cautioning me for numerous years that she will shut down this eyesore and seize the property if I fail to maintain order in this place. I was extremely occupied with the portal that I entirely forgot about it. There's absolutely no way I can have it sorted out in time. The state of disrepair is undeniable. Have you considered utilizing a space-time alternative deep reality converter to splice the local space-time continuum? With a what precisely, please? It becomes straightforward when quantum strings resonate harmoniously with irregularities in the cosmic microwave background radiation. Now, please hold on for just a moment. I mean, my grandchild here is not comprehending anything that you're articulating. I apologize. Allow me to start over. It mends damaged objects. Indeed, one could have just expressed it in that manner, right? Perfect. Exactly. That's what I need. I'd like 3. Do you take credit cards? It's not entirely necessary. I'm actually quite capable of assembling such a device from various parts I've observed lying around the premises. That is indeed quite practical. Yes, shall we permit him to gather? Done. Now we just need enough energy to get the machine running. So essentially, it is electricity, but with significantly more power, akin to joy crystals, which are the most remarkable energy source I have ever encountered during all my extensive travels through space. For a what? Explain that to us. These amazing crystals appear in localized space-time dips. When does this happen? It occurs when there's a positive change in karma, the value, or something like that. Rusty, we have already gone through this before. I don't possess anything worse. I mean, my grandchild here cannot comprehend a single word of what you are saying, to put it simply. Step 1. We provide assistance to individuals who are in need. Step 2. Crystals of happiness manifest themselves. Step 3. We undertake the restoration of the amusement park. Step 4. Everything is perfectly alright. My readings indicate to me several locations where individuals will soon require assistance. One is at a specific position. No, I will not read these numbers aloud at this moment. What were those coordinates once more? Is it located far away? A significant distance away? If only we possessed access to a portal. Indeed, with such a device, we would be able to arrive there promptly. Certainly, I was already cognizant that it would fulfill a specific purpose for something. Did I just mention that I was already aware? Oh well, I shall simply infiltrate your portal system and configure everything to align precisely with the subsequent stop coordinates. I still won't say the numbers out loud. Seems to be some kind of jungle. Therefore, Zerschluss, obtain a happiness crystal and subsequently we will resolve this situation. Precisely. Now proceed onward. What do we got here? Ah, indeed, that is precisely where it would proceed. Yes, I wish to complete this initial chapter for the time being. We are progressing through it chapter by chapter. Please feel free to write to me about your thoughts. Indeed, it is something quite distinct here with us. As I previously mentioned, it is also somewhat of a preparatory step for you, for my small side project Piru Plays Analog, which we are planning to commence this upcoming fall or winter season. And I genuinely hope this assists in setting the atmosphere so that we can participate in some playful activities or have a conversation somewhat away from the computer or gaming console. Hope you enjoyed it so far. If you did, feel free to show some love by giving a thumbs up, ringing the bell, and subscribing. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you for watching, and of course, see you next time. Goodbye.